Tonight, we'll embark on a tranquil journey into a deep, enchanting forest, guided by the search for a cabin beside a serene lake. As we venture further, the boundaries of reality gently blur, leading us into an otherworldly dimension where magic and mystery beckon. A witch's hut materializes before us, and we become witnesses to a mesmerizing ritual performed around a crackling bonfire. Before we set off on this dreamlike adventure, let's begin with a full-body relaxation to ease you into a deep, rejuvenating sleep. Start by focusing on your toes. Wiggle them slightly, then let them relax completely, feeling them grow warm and heavy. Let this sensation of relaxation move up through your feet, ankles, and calves. Your legs grow heavy and warm, sinking into the surface beneath you. Now bring your attention to your thighs and hips. Allow them to soften and release any tightness, feeling the warmth and relaxation spread through your lower body. Next, focus on your abdomen and chest. With each breath, feel your muscles loosen and relax. Imagine a wave of calm moving through your torso, easing away any lingering stress. Let this wave of relaxation flow up into your shoulders, down your arms, and into your hands and fingers. Feel your shoulders drop and your arms grow heavy and warm, completely at ease. Move your focus to your neck and jaw. Allow these areas to relax, letting go of any tension you might be holding there. Feel your neck lengthen and your jaw unclench, your face soft and serene. Finally, bring your attention to your head. Let your scalp relax, your eyes rest gently closed, and your forehead smooth out. Your entire body is now enveloped in a soothing, warm relaxation, ready to drift into the peaceful world of our story. As the day fades into night, you find yourself walking through a quiet, ancient forest. The earth beneath your feet is soft and cool, and the scent of damp moss and pine fills the air. The towering trees around you cast long shadows in the fading light, their branches swaying gently in the evening breeze. There's a peaceful stillness here, a sense that time has slowed down, allowing you to drift deeper into the heart of the woods. As you step into the deep woods, your senses are heightened by the earth beneath your feet, soft and damp, and the crisp scent of pine mingling with the smell of moss and wet leaves. The tall trees seem to wrap around you, casting shadows across the ground as the light begins to fade. There's a quiet stillness here, broken only by the faint rustle of leaves and the distant call of unseen creatures. The deeper you go, the more the path fades away, becoming less defined. It feels as though the forest itself is watching, aware of your presence. And then, as if by some unseen hand, the trees part, revealing a small, crooked hut nestled between the towering oaks and pines. Moss-covered, Weathered by time, it looks as though it has grown out of the forest itself. The air grows thick, charged with an ancient energy, and strange symbols carved into the hut's doorframe seem to hum with life. Curiosity pulls at you, drawing you closer, but something deeper warns you to stay back. The witch's presence, hidden yet tangible, makes your heart quicken. This is not an ordinary place. It feels as if you've stumbled into a world where magic is alive, where the forest hides secrets older than time itself. And as the full moon illuminates the scene, you are left to decide whether to venture forward or remain hidden in the shadows of the trees. You are walking through the forest, your feet sinking into the soft, damp earth with every step. The scent of moss and wet leaves fills the air, mingling with the crisp bite of pine. Around you, the tall trees seem to close in, their thick canopies blocking out most of the light, casting the forest floor into a patchwork of shadow and faint sunlight. The only sound is the occasional rustle of branches and the soft crunch of fallen leaves beneath your boots. As you move deeper into the woods, the path becomes less defined. The underbrush thickens, and the air takes on a cooler, heavier feel, as if the forest is watching. There's something different here, something alive and aware. You brush aside a cluster of ferns, and suddenly you see it. Nestled between towering oaks and gnarled pines, a small, crooked hut appears. Its walls are made of rough, weathered wood, darkened by age and moss creeping up from the ground. A roof of thatch hangs low, sagging slightly in places, with a curl of smoke rising lazily from a chimney that looks like it's grown out of the trees themselves. The windows, small and round, glint with the reflection of the full moon peeking through the branches above. You pause, your heart quickening, unsure whether to approach or stay hidden in the shadows. The air around the hut feels different, thicker, charged with an energy that makes the hairs on the back of your neck rise. Strange, twisted symbols are carved into the door frame, and bundles of herbs hang from the eaves, their dried leaves rustling faintly in the breeze. A lantern flickers from within, casting an eerie glow that dances across the clearing. The scent of herbs and something earthy, almost sweet, reaches your nose, carried on the cool breeze. You feel a pull, something deep within urging you closer, but at the same time, a tingle of uncertainty crawls along your skin. This place feels ancient, like it has existed in this forest far longer than anything else. You see the witch's hut more clearly now, nestled deep within the heart of an ancient forest, standing beside a tranquil moonlit lake, bathed in the silvery glow of the full moon overhead. The hut, small how yet sturdy, is made of weathered, moss-covered wood, blending seamlessly with the surrounding wilderness. Its thatched roof, adorned with creeping vines and wild herbs, seems to shimmer under the moonlight, casting an eerie yet enchanting glow. Twisted tree branches frame the structure, their gnarled forms reaching toward the sky like skeletal fingers. The lake beside it is glassy and still, reflecting the full moon like a perfect mirror. Occasional ripples disturb the surface as nocturnal creatures stir beneath the water, their movements barely noticeable in the serene night. The soft rustling of the wind through the trees and the distant call of owls add to the quiet mystery of the scene. Outside the hut, a small garden of strange glowing plants thrives, their soft luminescence flickering gently in the darkness. A faint wisp of smoke curls from the chimney, the scent of herbs and incense lingering in the air. As you take a cautious step forward, the forest seems to hold its breath, and you feel as though you've stepped into an alternate universe. You hear a soft creak, like the slow opening of an old wooden door. You glance up, and through the dim light of the hut's window, you see the faint silhouette of someone moving inside. A figure, cloaked and mysterious, seemingly unaware of your presence. The creak of the door, echoing softly through the stillness of the forest, fills the air as the wooden frame slowly swings open. From within the darkened hut, the witch steps out, her form silhouetted against the dim light of the fire burning inside. Cloaked in a long, tattered robe of deep forest green, she moves with an eerie grace, her every step seeming to silently echo through the forest. Her pale hands, marked with lines of age and mysterious symbols, hold a bundle of strange, twisted plants and bottles filled with glowing liquids. Her dark cloak flows around her, brushing the ground as she walks, the fabric catching the faint light of the full moon overhead. A sudden awareness, perhaps an otherworldly invitation, that if you stepped into the slightly ajar door of the hut, you'd see a warm crackling fire and shelves lined with ancient tomes and potions waiting for your perusal. The forest holds its breath, and if respecting the sacred space of the witch's domain, while the full moon watches over the scene in silent reverence. You remain where you are, rejecting the implied invitation, not wanting to reveal yourself to the witch by trying to enter her private domain. Moving your eyes back to her, the air around the witch seems to ripple with energy, the atmosphere thickening as she crosses the threshold of her hut. The moonlight illuminates her face, revealing sharp, elegant features framed by strands of wild, silver hair. Her eyes glint with a quiet, knowing power, and her expression is one of focus. She walks slowly toward a clearing, where a large bonfire crackles and pops, its flames rising high into the night sky. The fire casts a flickering, orange glow across the surrounding trees, creating shifting shadows that dance along with the flames. She steps lightly over the mossy ground, the sound of her feet barely audible amidst the crackling of the fire that lies ahead. Each step feels purposeful, as though the earth itself shifts to accommodate her presence. The potion ingredients in her hands are like talismans, radiating faint auras of power. Crushed leaves, vibrant berries, and vials of luminescent liquid, all wrapped in dark cloth. The air is heavy with the scent of these ingredients, sharp and pungent, mixed with the earthy aroma of freshly turned soil. The trees seem to part for her as she approaches the clearing. There, in the center of the open space, a great bonfire roars, its flames licking the air in shades of gold and crimson. Sparks fly into the sky, dancing toward the full moon overhead, casting long shadows across the clearing. With deliberate movements, the witch reaches the fire. Her movements are deliberate, each step measured, as if she is fully attuned to the energy of the fire and the ingredients she holds. The glow of the flames reflects in her dark, intent eyes, their light casting strange patterns over her face. She kneels before the bonfire, the heat from the flames warming her skin as she prepares to add the precious ingredients to the cauldron hanging over the flames. There's a stillness in the air, as though the forest itself is waiting for what's about to happen, watching silently as she works. One by one, she begins to add the ingredients to the cauldron. The dried herbs crackle as they touch the bubbling liquid inside, releasing fragrant wisps of steam that rise into the cool night air. She murmurs softly under her breath, her voice barely audible, but you sense the weight of ancient words. Perhaps a chant or spell passed down through generations. The potion, thick and swirling with unnatural colors, bubbles within the cauldron. As the witch drops the herbs and ingredients into the mixture, the fire seems to flare higher, brightening the clearing and illuminating her figure, casting her shadow long and deep into the forest beyond. As she stirs the mixture with a long wooden staff, the flames of the bonfire seem to respond, flickering higher and casting long, flickering shadows that twist and shift around the clearing. The forest feels alive, as though it, too, is listening to the witch's spell, waiting for the potion to take shape. Watching this scene unfold, you feel a mixture of awe and quietness stealing over you, while the air seems to hum with a strange energy, thick with mystery and magic. As you stand hidden in the shadow of the trees, a chill runs down your spine, not from the cool night air, but from the sense that you are witnessing something ancient, something otherworldly. The witch's movements, though deliberate and calm, have an otherworldly grace, and you can't help but feel like an intruder in a realm you don't fully understand. Your heartbeat quickens as you observe her working by the light of the roaring bonfire. The flames cast long, flickering shadows across the clearing, causing the trees to twist and dance in strange shapes, making the forest around you feel alive, watching, waiting. The smell of burning herbs and the bubbling potion reaches you, a sharp, earthy scent that tugs at something deep within. Part of you wants to run, to flee the unknown, but another part is captivated, rooted to the spot. There's a strange pull to the scene, as if you are both a witness and somehow part of this ancient ritual. The crackle of the fire, the low hiss of the bubbling cauldron, and the quiet rustle of the forest seem amplified in the stillness of the night. You feel the full weight of the moonlight on your skin, bathing the clearing in an eerie glow, and you are torn between fascination and the instinct to retreat. Your breath catches as the witch adds the final ingredients, and for a moment, the forest seems to hold its breath too. In that silence, you are filled with the undeniable sense that something powerful is at work here, something that transcends the ordinary world. And though you remain hidden, you can't shake the feeling that the witch knows you're there, that she's always known. Under the luminous glow of a full moon, the witch begins to dance gracefully around the roaring bonfire, her silhouette flickering in the firelight. The flames leap high into the night, crackling and hissing, casting a warm, golden glow across the forest clearing. Above the flames, the large iron cauldron hangs suspended on a sturdy metal arm, its contents continuing to bubble and swirl with an iridescent glow, filling the air with the scent of herbs and mysterious ingredients. The witch's long, flowing robes twirl with her movements, the fabric shimmering in the light of the fire. Her hair, wild and untamed, dances with her, flowing like a dark river as she moves rhythmically to the beat of her own creation. Her bare feet glide over the earth, tracing patterns in the dirt as her hands gesture gracefully, stirring the energy around her. Around the clearing, the tall trees stand like silent sentinels, their branches gently swaying in the breeze as if they too are part of this ancient ritual. Sparks from the fire rise and vanish into the starry night sky, joining the moon as silent witnesses to the spellbinding dance. The potion within the cauldron begins to emit a faint, otherworldly glow, as if responding to the witch's rhythmic movements. Strange symbols carved into the earth seem to pulse with energy, and the witch's voice rises in a soft, melodic chant. The air around the bonfire vibrates with ancient power, as if the very forest is alive with magic. Each step, each swirl of her cloak feels like a connection to the elements, the earth, and the mysteries of the universe. The sky begins to soften with the faintest hint of dawn, a pale blue washing over the deep darkness of the night. The once roaring bonfire is now little more than a smoldering bed of embers, flickering feebly as the last wisps of smoke curl up toward the fading stars. The heat that had once radiated from the flames now dissipates, leaving the clearing cool and quiet, with only the subtle crackle of dying wood breaking the silence. You watch, breath held, as the witch moves with slow, deliberate steps, her silhouette barely discernible in the dim light. In her hands, she cradles a small, dark bottle, the contents of the potion she had brewed over the fire now sealed within. She pauses for a moment, holding the bottle close to her chest, as if in silent communion with the magic she has created. Then, with an air of calm satisfaction, she turns toward her hut. The forest around you seems to shift, a stillness falling over the trees, the wind no longer stirring the leaves. The witch glides toward the door of her weathered, crooked hut, her long cloak brushing the ground, making the only sound in the quiet dawn. As she steps inside, the heavy wooden door creaks softly, then closes behind her with a finality that echoes in your chest. You blink, stilling your breath as the first light of morning touches the treetops. The door to the hut is now sealed, the clearing strangely quiet. But then, in the span of a heartbeat, the hut begins to fade. Its edges blur, its crooked walls and dark windows seem to shimmer, and the smoldering remnants of the bonfire wink out as if snuffed by an unseen hand. The entire scene, hut, fire, witch, vanishes before your eyes, dissolving into the forest floor as though it had never been there at all. For a moment, you stand frozen, wondering if it had all been a dream, a trick of the night. The clearing is now bathed in the soft light of dawn, the trees swaying gently in the morning breeze. There is no sign of the fire, no scent of smoke, no trace of the witch or her mysterious potion. Only the whisper of the wind and the growing warmth of the rising sun remain. You feel a strange sense of wonder and disbelief, as though you've just glimpsed something that defies explanation, an ancient, magical world that disappeared with the night, leaving you standing alone in the quiet, waking forest. As you take a step forward into the quiet clearing, a deep sense of peacefulness begins to wash over you. The strange, magical scene of the witch's hut, now faded into the forest, feels like a distant memory, as if it were part of another world. Your breath slows, and a gentle calm fills the air around you, like the forest itself is exhaling with you. The light of the sky, once the pale blue of the sun beginning to rise, now the darker violet of the sky after the sun's descent. You take another step forward, feeling the soft earth beneath your feet, and in the place where the witch's hut once stood, you now see a small, familiar cabin. This is the one you've been searching for, nestled quietly between the trees, its rustic wooden walls glowing softly in the last light of dusk. You realize it's no longer dawn, but rather the beginning of the night, the stars just starting to appear in the velvet sky above. With a sense of quiet relief, you make your way to the cabin. The door creaks softly as you open it, and inside, the space feels warm and inviting. The soft glow of a fire flickers in the stone fireplace, casting a gentle light that fills the room. the smell of warm wood and pine greets you, wrapping around you like a comforting embrace. In the corner of the room, you see a bed, soft, welcoming, and perfectly inviting. The blankets are plush, the pillows gentle, and the sheets smooth as they wait for you to sink into them. You step closer, feeling the weight of the day slowly melt from your body. As you lay down, the mattress cradles you, supporting you in all the right places. The firelight dances on the walls, a soothing rhythm that draws you deeper into relaxation. You pull the soft blankets over yourself, letting them drape across your body, feeling their warmth spread over you like a protective shield. The soft crackle of the fire lulls you into comfort. Now, take a deep breath in, feeling your lungs fill with the cool, fresh air of the forest outside. And as you exhale, let go of any tension, any tightness in your body. Let your muscles soften and relax. Feel your toes unclench, your legs grow heavy, and your hips sink deeper into the bed. Let the warmth from the fire spread through your back and shoulders, melting away any stress. Your arms rest gently at your sides, your fingers loose and relaxed. Your chest rises and falls with each slow, steady breath, and your neck and head sink comfortably into the soft pillow. The firelight flickers softly, and as your eyes close, you feel the final remnants of the day slip away. You are safe here, in this warm cabin, with the soft glow of the fire keeping watch over you. The forest outside is quiet, peaceful, and still. And as you snuggle deeper into the blankets, you can feel yourself drifting deeper and deeper into a calm, restful sleep. The stars twinkle outside the window, the night sky stretching above you, and you know that tonight you will sleep soundly. Your body is completely relaxed, your mind quiet and at ease. You let go of everything, feeling the peacefulness of the night carry you into a deep, rejuvenating sleep. And now, all that's left is to rest, to sleep, to dream,